watching out for you. This is Newswatch 12 Midday.
Welcome back to Newswatch 12 Midday. We're going to check back in with meteorologist Oliver Smith with a look at some of those conditions. I see you have the radar up and some rain in the Bend, Portland area. Are we going to expect to see any of that in our region?
Yeah, but we're not going to see that really until later tomorrow. So we're just looking at some of that rain up to our north. That's just flinging a bunch of clouds into our region, and that's all we're going to be looking at for today, because we do have a pretty big system way off to our northwest. And this is going to be our system that's going to give us a lot of rain and also mountain snow as well. A lot of cold air just south of Alaska. This is all going to be moving in over the next several days, bringing a big change to our weather pattern. But today we're looking at temperatures into the 30s and 40s throughout our region. 24 is forecast high for Crater Lake, 47 for Wairika. Tonight, temperatures fairly close to what we saw last night, with a little bit more in the way of cloud cover. Temperatures into the 20s and 30s. 27 is forecast though for Klamath Falls, 34 for Medford. Now, that system we were just looking at is going to bring a lot of wind into the region. In fact, the wind will start to ramp up along the Oregon coast beginning tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. lasting through 10 a.m. Wind gusts upwards of 70 miles an hour along the coast. Same kind of scenario for the Shasta Valley, just a little bit of a different time frame. That'll pretty much be for the entire day on Thursday. We're also under a winter storm watch for all areas shaded in blue, which is pretty much the entire viewing area with the exception along the Oregon coast. The only real differences will be snow levels in terms of 2,500 feet for southwestern Oregon, 3,000 feet for Siskiyou County, and we'll be looking at variable snow amounts from that as well. So this is some preliminary numbers for that same kind of time frame. We're looking at half a foot to a foot of snow over for Warner Mountain and Quartz Mountain. Easily a foot to maybe 2.5 feet along the Oregon Cascades, maybe upwards of 10 inches through Chemult, and 48 inches over by Siskiyou Summit. Now, some of the lower elevations I'm indicating a trace amount, and that's because at the very end of this particular watch, that's when we're going to start seeing snow levels getting down there to where we start seeing some snow on the lower elevation. So we may not actually see anything in that particular time frame. So Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman will be here at 4, 5, 6, and 11 updating these numbers during that time. So we're going to be looking at the rain way up to our north for the remainder part of the day today, and then we'll start seeing that rain along the Oregon coast, and that all pushes in throughout the day tomorrow. We'll have that chance of rain throughout the day here in the Rogue Valley, but that rain will really start to pick up as we get to Wednesday night and into Thursday morning. And that rain moves from west towards the east, and it's going to be snow east of the Cascades. And we'll talk about snow levels here coming up in a bit, but we're going to be looking at very low snow levels once we get towards Thursday night. In fact, you can see a little bit of some green. Still going to be rain here in Medford and Ashland, but then it finally does change over to all snow. Like I said, we'll be talking about snow levels here. Cold air mass that gave us a few of the snowflakes actually last night pushes off towards the east. Snow level about 3,000 feet for today, although snow is actually all gone pretty much. We're going to be looking at those snow levels jumping up to about past levels or a little bit above for tomorrow, and then they come back down once we go towards Thursday and into Thursday night. Arctic air over Alaska that's hanging out over the ocean that warms up just a little bit, but still makes it very, very cold. And we're going to be looking at very cold, very low snow levels. Friday, maybe getting up to 2,500 feet in the afternoon, dropping off to about 1,000 feet Friday night into Saturday and Saturday. It doesn't really get all that much up in elevation. And then it warms up just a little bit for Sunday and Monday, and then another cold system arrives for Tuesday. So here's your forecast for the Oregon coast. A lot of rain is in the forecast for the next several days. Also wind from Wednesday through Saturday. Northern California will be looking at some rain and snow for tomorrow, but a lot of rain and snow eventually changes over to all snow once we go for Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday. Klamath Basin, rain and snow really starts to ramp up on Thursday, but dry for today and tomorrow, and then eventually all snow once we get towards the weekend. For the Cascades, we'll be measuring feet and snow in feet over the next several days. So this is going to be great news for the snowpack and water content overall. Here in the Rogue Valley, dry today. Wind picks up for tomorrow. Rain and snow, we could be looking at some snowflakes on Friday morning and then even more so over the weekend.